It's really about rejecting diet culture and having respect for everybody and dignity for everybody, regardless of size. The first principle of intuitive eating is reject the diet mentality. But I want to emphasize, you don't have to go in any particular order. Diet culture cannot be the boss of you. Only you know your thoughts, your feelings, your experiences, what satisfies you. It's getting your power back. And this is basic, but not so basic. It's about honoring and responding in a timely manner to the signs of hunger in your body. It's make peace with food. And it's probably one of the misunderstood principles of intuitive eating and one of the most joyful. And it's about how all foods can really fit. They really can. And that's basically looking at all these rules you've collected over time. Who says this is how you should eat? The fifth principle of intuitive eating is really the hub of intuitive eating. And it's basically about discovering satisfaction. And it's so important because it's so personal. Only you know what feels satisfying. And it's a curious journey. What sounds good? What feels good? How do you want to feel when you finish eating? Ultimately, it doesn't feel good to undereat, and it doesn't feel good to overeat to the point of physical discomfort. And so just by starting with this principle, it's helping you get into balance on a very personal level. Feeling full is normal. You're not doing anything wrong. It's been pathologized in our culture. It's just a sign that, hey, it might be a good time to stop. And if you don't, it's not a big deal either. So feeling full doesn't mean that you overate. In fact, what I suggest that you do is get curious. Even if you're certain that you overate, look at what your body does with the information. But if you've been in the habit of micromanaging, reacting, and panicking to your food choices, that disrupts trust. Let's see what your body can do. And this is so important because so many times people have shame around self-soothing with using food. There's no shame in that. What it might mean, however, if you do it habitually, is you might need to expand your toolbox of coping resources. And so it's about discovering, what am I feeling right now emotionally? And what might I need right now that has to do with this particular feeling? Everybody is worthy of dignity and respect. That in spite of what diet culture tells you, study after study has shown that trying to shrink the size of your body results in harm and is not sustainable. That's a tough one for a lot of people to really wrap their head around. Moving your body in a way that feels good as opposed to going for the burn just for the sake of. It's about really having fun and connecting with your body to the degree that you want to. And this principle is last actually intentionally because nutrition's been so weaponized in our culture. And if nutrition sounds like, oh, scary, kind of anxiety provoking, it's okay to put a pause on this. Come back when you actually feel ready. Come back when you're feeling mostly at peace with your eating and your body. And then we'll come have a little chat. You can end the legacy of diet culture at your kitchen table. It just starts with you. We have influence in our relationships. And you might have family members and friends who don't agree with you, but you can ask them to respect these values. You don't want to raise your kid this way. You've seen and experienced the harm and the suffering. It's a great aspiration to have.